We are proud to announce the launch of the first British black-owned search engine called Black Search. So if you're looking for anything related to the black community, whether that be bloggers, podcasters, news, history, business, black directories, marketplaces, products and or services, simply visit www.blacksearch.net and you will find whatever it is you are looking for. Black Search, helping to make black-related or black-owned websites more accessible to the world.
Yeah, some of the parents for know what you them are going with, you know. Don't just allow your youth them to roam the street. Take responsibility for the youth them. You know what I'm doing tonight? You know what I'm going tonight?
Denise Francis. Remember what? 3 more questions. Come on, people. 3 more questions.
And I'm waiting for a red flag there.
Rudy, just ignore it, Rudy. Ignore it.
Hold up. You just step out.
Rudy?
Already gone.
Rudy is frozen.
Listen, man, I was born here, yeah? East Ender, born and bred, and you.
I'm good,
Let's have our own conversation. Forget about them lot.
I must say, first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get the notification.
Young people, plenty of money, down in the milk round. You remember the milk round?
Yeah, and the reason being is that number one, that the way how things are taught is well beneath the standard of your child. So your child's now having to bum itself down.
Red flags, and we don't know who they're for. Heaven is between a woman's legs, as far as I'm concerned.
Rudy, man.
No,
right there. Like, send them picnic to bed.
Rudy,
And I
Time. And red card. Red card.
Rudy, get
Let's have a proper show.
Hello and welcome. As you can see, the platform tonight is filled. We have a special guest with us today. Whoa. Hold on. I think I've got somebody missing. There's somebody who's definitely missing.
The kid from Birmingham.
There's Brommy's missing, isn't he?
Don't let him in.
I shouldn't let him in. I shouldn't let him in.
I hear what you're saying, I'm sure we don't need him. I hear everything where you say you're drunk or dopey bat. You wait till you call me again. You wait till you call me again. But you don't need me.
No, I didn't say that.
You
Hey, whoa. The mayhem has started, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
said we can't do without countryman in our life.
Walk and practice life.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Welcome to Anything Goes podcast. My name is Rudi Lickwood. I'm the architect of this show. And tonight we've got, as you can see, it's going to be fiery. It's going to be fiery. We've got Juicy Julie from the Rants and Bants crew. We've got DJ Countryman who drives the show and he's been eating. I don't know why he's been eating. Underneath me, we've got Peter Terry in his very solemn mood today. Solemn. I don't know. I think he's... Look at that, Peter. Your backdrop looks perfect.
I know.
All of a sudden, your backdrop looks perfect, Peter.
So, Peter, all we need now is you to look perfect.
Oh, no. Him start already. They're not easy. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest tonight, Mr. Devon Morgan from the I don't know. He's done so many shows, it's unbelievable. Just list off some of the shows that you've done, Devon.
Oh, the Real Housewives
Even the
of
one
New
I
Kingston,
was in.
Jamaica.
Even the one I was in.
Yeah,
Shut your mouth and let the man
Countryman,
talk.
Ragarella, and the DJ Don.
The DJ
Countryman.
The DJ.
Yow,
Nobody call him not done. Nobody call him not done. Right in the corner there, underneath me, I've got the one and only Mr. Shoe Doctor himself.
Evening, guys. How we doing? Welcome, Devon. Welcome, Julie. It's nice to have another
bro.
smiley face up in here, man.
Good evening. Thank you, Shoes.
And good evening to my chat room family. Guys, remember, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe and subscribe to Anything Goes podcast. Rudy!
No, it's not. Subscribe to Rudi Lickwood YouTube. What's the matter with you, man?
I do apologize. I thought it was Anything Goes. Anything Goes? No?
It is on the Anything Goes, but as you guys told me, I should stream it all into one place. So it's all going now directly to my channel, ladies and gentlemen, which
Rudi
is great.
Lickwood. All right, let's start again. Welcome, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Rudi Lickwood. Rudy!
You know everything?
No, you think you know everything. That's the problem. You think you know everything. But all we know you as is Captain. That's all we know you as.
Wow. Wagwan.
We call him the caveman. That's what we call him.
Oh, Mr. Peter and Devon are laughing. We want to find something funny.
Him look like Donald Trump.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to have a great show tonight. Everybody seems on point. How are you feeling, Juicy?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Very well, yep.
You feeling good? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand us over to our driver for tonight, DJ Countryman.
Driver, don't stop at all. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go for 3 questions from let's be 4 questions. 4 question. 4 1 2 3 4 Hector Jar something like that we can't remember. Okay, remember, best question, hi to Patton. Hi, J. Ben Lou. Best question, get one of Peter Terry CD. And them good, because me no get none yet. But hey, story for another occasion. So anyway, Rudy, remember, subscribe. And remember, subscribe. So, ladies and gentlemen, wagwan. So, first question. Remember, red card to us well. If you hear Devon chatting rubbish, give him 2 red cards.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the first question now. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? Options are invisibility, teleportation, X-ray, and telepathy. No.
Telepathy.
That's what I said, telepathy.
No pathy.
He's hungry, isn't he?
Spell it. Telepathy.
There's a H there, Countryman.
Countryman.
I've been trying to tell you to put your tongue between your teeth and pronounce a H, but you're not doing it.
Listen. Anyway, I'm going to just allow me because...
No, we allow you.
Most I wouldn't can't speak English anyway. Okay, I'm going to rewrite that question. Shui, if you had the opportunity to have a superpower, you can either be invisible, be a teleportation person, have X-ray vision, or telepathy. Which one would you have?
Teleporting.
Julie?
Telepathy.
Rockstone. Rudy?
Telepathy.
Rockstone. Peter?
Invisible.
We know why you want to be visible.
Invisible.
And Devon. Devon?
He don't want to speak to you, mate.
Devon, I try to read my mind.
When
Devon,
I go teleporting, you know. When I go teleporting.
teleporting. And seen as
Teleport from one spot to the next.
yeah, well, okay, fine. I was gonna ask you why, but obviously you jump well ahead. So teleporting. Why you want quick teleport for one
Teleportation.
Spot? And somebody said teleport. Beat me up, Scotty. Come on, tell me why no, Devon.
Is that one come to me?
Yeah, because you already start some other carry on.
Oh, teleporting. You say you can teleporting just about moving from one spot to the next. So I might be here and there the next spot. So because we're a man who travel a lot, and me a teleport, we can have all kind of conversation from here to America just like that. You see? Some of them go through custom. So we just do everything through teleporting. You know, carry all the message through that. Yeah. Clear immigration. We have to go through that.
Okay. Julie, you said telepathy.
I give you that with food, but yeah, I would like to be in people's minds, know what they're thinking.
Why?
Why not?
No, but why?
Because sometimes people don't always think the same as I do. So telepathy would be a good thing. I'd know what they were about to say, how they were thinking. Yeah, nosy.
Nosy. So, in other words, you want to be nosy. Fast in our people business.
Not in everybody's business, but just a little bit nosy, yeah.
Okay, Shuey, you said telepathy. Why?
Because I love holidays. So I'll just 1 minute I'll be at work, then I'll be on holiday.
Hang on. We said telepathy.
Yeah, that means I can go from place to place, right?
No, telepathy and teleportation are two different things.
No, I didn't say. I said what's the name, didn't I? I said
teleporting.
Teleporting.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Teleporting.
Yeah.
Why then?
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Like, I would like to be able to. 1 minute I could be at work, next minute I could be on the beach somewhere.
But then you never dare work if you ask me.
That would do me lovely, mate.
Rudy.
Yeah. The thing is that there's a hell of a lot more to telepathy than just being able to read one's mind. Okay, because with telepathy, you can also exercise and learn how to move objects.
Yep.
Okay, you can also swing people to your way of thinking,
Yep.
which is a bad thing in a sense, in a way. But it was something that I wouldn't mind doing anyway, right? You will also be able to levitate.
Yep.
All right, because with telepathy, you've actually got the power to push things with your mind, so you could push yourself up. Right? Anybody who reads Marvel comics or anyone who's familiar with the Phoenix, will understand that her power is actually quite phenomenal. I mean, she could actually fly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bearing that in mind, I'd be able to rule the world. I could rule the world with that power.
That's a serious takeover.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. Peter, wakey.
Be invisible. I'll be invisible, and I can
Why?
find out the realness, the real people in the room, the real people not, and I also can find out what the cure, what the deal is with COVID. There you go. I can stay in the parliament and hear the bullshit they're going on with. And then I will be the one to tell everybody. Yeah.
I thought you would have taken that power and gone on and walked in and grab up some money and come out again, or
No.
okay.
No, there's more to that.
We know, Peter, we know, but we are keep it on the wraps, Peter. We know why you want to be invisible for, but we are keep it on the wraps.
What, going to the women's toilets? Is that what you're
I never said that at all, either.
That's more Shuey's job. Shuey, like, big up Boogie VIP.
I never said that at all. Back to it looks like Doppy. Countryman is pale. It looks like Doppy.
You look like a Doppy country. A bit of colour in your suit. Need a bit of colour.
I want to know what that Doppy is.
You need a holiday.
A holiday. I'm on holiday now. So everybody is
Doppy to that England, man. So you don't have to worry.
Doppy everywhere, boss.
Doppy downstairs from what me can see.
Countryman, you ever see a Doppy at England?
I look on 5.
Shut your mouth.
Wow.
I call nobody name.
You said 5. You said you look past 5.
Yeah, I said I'm looking at 5. I never said Uno was dopey. I said I'm looking at 5
You
in
must
front
think
of
that
my
people are
screen.
stupid.
Wait,
You must really think that people are stupid.
wait, not in
You
front
know
of
what I
my
mean? You're
screen.
trying
There is
to
a number
insult our
5.
intelligence, my friend.
There is
You're
a
trying
number
to-
5
You're
on my
not dealing with.
screen.
You're not dealing with school kids anymore.
Listen,
You're dealing with
why don't you
adults.
shut your mouth? I know what
You
you're
know-
talking about.
Wow.
Exactly.
You're trying to be smart. You're
You
not
think you're
smart.
smart.
You can't be smart. You never can be smart. Okay?
Somebody just said there's too much echo.
Captain.
Okay.
I've got no echo on mine. I'm good.
I'll rest my case. Somebody a heckle. Somebody don't have earpiece in. Eh?
Come on, drive the
Earpiece.
show.
Earpiece? There's echo.
Pete, put in the other earphone, Pete, just in case. It might be picking it up.
Check one.
No.
No,
Oh,
it's
I
not
don't know.
me.
Whatever.
Yeah, that coming to me.
Anyway, say again. Okay, can we carry on now? So invisibility, teleporting, X-ray. I noticed nobody ever pick up X-ray vision. Anybody have any reason why?
What do you
It's
want to
too
look
rude.
things for?
Because
Yeah.
we're going to see too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the sick mind.
You want to look underneath women's dresses and thing, innit?
Yeah.
Look on them
That's
panties.
what you do, innit? That's what you do, innit, country?
No, it's a reality.
I give reality to that.
Oh, come on, guys, come on. Let's get serious though.
Yeah, let's get serious and tell the truth, country.
So we're talking about superpowers, invisibility, which Peter picked up on, teleporting, which majority picked up on. Nobody picked up on X-ray and telepathy to us. So we all want to be superheroes, and that's our dream. I believe I'm a superhero.
Mm-hmm. I picked up on telepathy. I said I wanted to do telepathy.
Likewise.
Yeah, you can.
So what did country say he wants to be, Rudy?
He's telling us now.
If it was me, I would be like to be somebody where can telepathy to us.
Okay, why is that?
So I can get the lottery numbers and win the lottery.
Hold on a minute. The lottery numbers are numbers that come up randomly. So whose mind are you going to read in order
So
to?
you can manipulate the numbers then for your numbers to come up, because like you do and I do, I watch Marvel film.
Okay.
And they can make the telepathy do anything.
Film.
That's what I say film.
He said flip.
That's what I say film.
Film. Film.
And on that note, let's have a bell ring.
Let's go. Take it away, Shuey.
There's only a few comments there. Natural telepathy is reading of minds and thoughts, implementing. And Paul, mind reading is best. I can find out who fancies me. I love it.
VIP Boogie, big up.
VIP Boogie. Something came up really, really strange today when I was just flicking through. I was just flicking through the news, and this popped up, and I thought I'd just put it to the panel.
So, China begins using anal swabs to test for COVID in Beijing because they are too much more accurate.
Because they are much more accurate. The city of Beijing is using COVID anal swabs on residents amid a fresh outbreak. The nucleic acid swab needs to be inserted about 1 inch inside one's rectum. It is to be rotated for several times before completing the 10-second procedure. Expert says the Derrier method is more accurate than throat and nose testing.
Wow.
So the question really here is, all right, I know you guys weren't expecting it, but the question really here is there anybody who would actually consider doing that?
Can I just throw a spanner in the works?
Not really.
You're talking about the test up the ass?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when you put, okay, let me say that the test of the posterior or rectum is more accurate, yeah?
That's correct.
But correct me if I'm wrong. If you put the swab up there, sir, we all know what come out of your posterior.
Your anal passage.
Yeah, so what we're then going to be checking for, I'm going to be a Peter, let's keep it real. They're going to be swabbing some form of shit.
Yeah.
So how can? So what I'm trying to say now is that, correct me if I'm wrong, the COVID
is in your shit.
Is no shit.
Which is fine, but the question was, who on the panel would be lining up to do that? That was the question.
It wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, but we want to know how accurate is that. We don't know anything about it. You know, people come up and say a whole heap of things. You know, is there any proof in that? I mean, if it worked, yeah, no problem with that. But if we don't know, why do it? Is it?
That's true.
Me have sense, and me not feel said that would not give anybody any form of COVID result, because
so basically,
just imagine now, if you have diarrhea, you just finish off diarrhea, and then shoot the something up there, so spin it round several times. What a come out? The diarrhea again?
Yeah, but within the fetal matter, once they break it down underneath a stethoscope, for example, they can see, exactly what's inside there. So it's not just a case of what is actually coming out of your ass, so to speak, in terms of the poo or the shit, but it's a case of what can they read from that.
Look at Spice. I'm not Spice. Oh God,
Julie.
She's cringing. Good, Rudi. You meant to say bottom. Come on, bottom.
Feces as well, Peter. Tell them, yeah.
Bottom. And there's a lady in the room, Rudi. There's a lady in the room. Okay.
Well,
and now Julie's going to say, "I'm a lady." Oh, God.
What are your thoughts, Julie?
Women have many different exams, to be fair, particularly those who had children. So COVID testing, I'm not excited about it anyway. So that's my thoughts.
Okay. I just thought I'd just throw that one in. We got a question that's coming from the chat group.
Okay.
That you asked for, Countryman.
Okay, yeah. So
well, that not gonna really work so well, because you know find a whole heap of man line up for that still. You know. So they must find another way. I find it at all.
I know about that, so I already passed no comment. I know.
Worse at China. That implemented in China, worse.
Make it stop. Wait, sir. Okay. Would you want to the bell? But hey, never mind. Question. If you got licked as a child or beaten, what was used? Why did you get beaten? And do you remember the lesson taught? That's 3 questions in a one. Peter.
I got the belt for nicking the condensed milk.
Belt.
Raw. Must have been hungry, blood. Or you had a sweet tooth.
You only answer 2.
Yeah.
Do you remember the lesson?
I remembered it. But looking at things now, it was uncalled for. But yeah, I remember it.
Uncalled for. Okay. Julie?
I did get beaten. The last beating I got was for stopping out 4 hours longer than my curfew.
4 hours. That better been a good rave, you know. That rave better have been worth it, man.
And the apparatus used was the Hoover.
Get licked down with Henry.
The Hoover hose, that's the word, yeah.
And did you have to go and get the Hoover to get it, to get the beating?
No. My mum was very smart.
And did it teach you a lesson?
For a couple of months.
Okay. Mr. Morgan?
Yeah, when it comes to lick, a serious thing that, you know, because, you know, you see licks, especially when we get licks in Jamaica, you know, we hear them say, you know, is abuse, right? Not abuse. Licks is licks. You learn from licks. You know, and when you get, one of the thing about beaten is who beat you. because you have some parents who beat harder than some, and you get it worse because you know, especially in Jamaica, when our parents beat we, them talk to me when they beat we, you know. You know, hear me say, you know, hear me say. But you see, the worst part is if your father stammer and I beat you. You know, you get 10 times the amount of liquor you're supposed to get.
Wow.
So you have to learn. You have to learn.
So what lesson did you learn then,
it's
Devon?
licks, and some of them youth nowadays, them should not get some of them licks there. Because I'm sure enough of the things that I'm going with, that wouldn't happen. You see? But
So
licks have its advantages and disadvantages.
So,
You
all right,
know,
cast
but
your mind back
we all
to,
learn from it. We grow well from it.
So, okay, Devon, you already start, so I'll get finish up with you. Cast your mind back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Where did you get beaten for? Lick.
Why me get beat? Woman. On man before time.
Say again?
Son, you got enough flicks, Devon.
On man before time.
You told man before time.
Man, I think seed when he was young. That's what I say. My spread. Him go like a bee to flowers.
You know.
So did it eventually? Did why you get beaten for? What them to take beat you?
You know them car tire.
Yeah.
And when them cut the tire and make a belt out of the tire.
Them thing this thing. That's child abuse. That's child abuse. Child abuse.
That's discipline. That's discipline.
So Devon.
But Rudy, which pitney in our days, when your parents beat you, them tell you say you as your mother and father can't lick you, otherwise them sue you. You think any parents could have taken them days, Two them bust your ass and bust the social service ass as well.
At the same time. So Devon, moving forward now, did you learn something from it?
Oh yeah, I think I learned a lot. I learned from it, you know. I will never ever see that as abuse. You see, I will never ever see that. I think I will learn. It makes you grow up to the person you are now. You see, so I wouldn't see that as abuse. You see,
I think anyone who grab up a car tire, right, and turn it into some kind of rope and then beat you with it is abuse. We see that as abuse.
Well, we can debate it from now till about it. But the fact is, kids them days there is grow up a lot better with respect than kids now. So maybe that should happen now. You see, that should happen now.
But then does
more respect would be happening amongst all of the youngsters.
Does that not then reflect back on us? Because the children you're talking about today are our offspring. They're yours and my offspring.
Make I inject 1 minute, sorry. I'm reading an article. I'm reading an article about a man who was a school teacher who beat him son, and it got to court and him get let off because him say when he was growing up, that was him culture to beat. So him get beat when he was growing up. So him pass on the culture. So him blame it on in heritage.
But then if you're gonna say that, you're gonna go back even further, and you that will get related to slavery. Because the culture of beating really and truly as black people stems from there. Because a lot of the beating that actually does take place is the frustration that the parents have of having to deal with a situation of finding that their children are doing something that's totally against their morals and their principles in the first place. And you find that parents are actually can't handle their own emotions. So it gets quite deep when you go there.
Devon?
Yeah, but when I get to that, Rudy, do you want me to hear some kids talk to parents now? You know, that not justify. You see? So if some licks would have sort that out, make it sort it out. You see? I'm not into abuse. You know, if there are parents who will do the beating but in control of that. There are some who have no control about it, just beat over vexation and anger. But there are parents who reprimand you because they want you to do the right thing.
I understand
And that I can accept. I
when
can accept
is
that.
enough? When is enough? So I do believe that some parents lose control and take out their frustration because the child's let them down. So I think if you're having a lick, I always said when my child was younger, if you need to hit her, it was hit once to teach her a lesson. Beyond that, you lost control.
So that lick, is it coming all the way from Wolverhampton and then coming down the M6 and then reaching Birmingham and then lick them in the mouth?
When you reach here, you know. But it's not just the licks, it's the licks and the reasoning with it. You see, because I remember I didn't get a lot of beating as a youngster, but I remember when I get licks a couple of times, my parents would sit me down and talk to me, reason with me, show me why that happened. You see, but some parents now do that. It's just out of frustration and anger.
But some parents also give beatings and take it out on the children, even though it could be a minor thing. When someone stressed them earlier on in the day or something, they bring it back and it all builds up, and then the kid gets worse.
I think, you know what I think is worse as well, Peter, is the sayings that mums would have. Wait until your father get home. Wait until your father get home. Because the expectation that she has is that when he come in, him I got deal with you in a way and a fashion that you now forget. But it puts him into a position where he's because like we said, there are parents who lose control and it becomes abuse. And they're not disciplining the child anymore. They're actually beating them up.
Basically, yeah.
It's not even fun. It's frustration, I think, for the parents as well, man. Because some of the kids know how to push the buttons, man.
Yeah.
They know how to push the buttons, but some of them probably don't expect to get a beating. Do you know what I mean? I don't really agree with. I don't agree with kids being beaten, but sometimes some kids need to get beaten.
Of course,
they'll push them buttons so far where you have to give them something. You know what I mean? Which ain't nice, really. I only beat my son once. I can remember. Once.
I remember I beat my son in front of his class.
Ross.
Wow.
Well, what happened? I went to the school. And basically, the little girl came out and she went, "Oh, you're Kofi's daddy. How are you?" And I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "I've had a beautiful day today." I said, "Have you had a beautiful day?" He said, "Yes, but guess what? Kofi swore at Miss." And so when he come out of the class, he started running up the road and he started running out going, "Did you swear at your teacher, Kofi?" And he's jumping up like a clown. I said, "Did you really swear at your teacher?" He went, "Yeah, ha, 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 ha." So I took it back in the class. And I said, "This is what happens when you're naughty."
Wow.
And I took down his shorts in front of his whole class and I smacked his bottom right in front of him. And I had to do that because you have to learn. You have to learn. No, I didn't.
And I bet him don't do that again.
There, but when he was young, at the end of the day, before all this law come in and all that crap, I think when they turned around and said you can't beat your children, kids are taking the piss. You know, you can't beat your... Because they'll come up to you and say, "I call social services on you." You know, and they know what they're doing. And that is before anyone gets excited. I did that. My son's 24, and it was way back when he was in his primary school. I did that.
I think the role of a child. I think the role of a child is actually, when it comes to parents, is to see how far they can go, because you are the benchmark for what they can get away with.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of
as well. We probably done it ourselves when we was kids.
Of course we did.
Of course we did.
Because once we know we can get away with it with mum and dad.
We took the piss.
Sorry, Pete. Sorry. Yeah, once we know we can get away with it with mum and dad, nobody can't tell you nothing, you know.
It's true.
Because there are no barriers.
And you go through life like that.
Yeah, but don't forget, mum was always...
That's what we have happening now.
Yeah, but mum was always the weakest link, innit? You take advantage of mum, and then when dad come in, it would be...
For women, it'd be the other way around. For girls, it'd be the other way around.
It'd be mad.
Well, my dad, in my whole life, has only ever beaten, there's 7 of us, one child in the whole of my life. He's never beat any of us. It was always my mum that did the beating. So you'd be frightened.
Your mum wasn't ramping. Your mum wasn't ramping.
No, she was a fiery little thing. She still got a fiery mouth on her.
But did it make you a better person, would you say?
Oh, definitely. Even when I got the beating for going out and getting in at 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah.
Like I said,
You should have get licked for that.
That was a really good rub.
Hey, Jude, that made you a better person.
Who agrees on the panel? Who agrees on the panel? Let's be real. There's 5 of us here on a serious point.
6.
Who agrees? 6. So, what?
5 plus you, mate.
Sorry, 6. Yeah. Anyway, who agrees? Straight talk. That since they said you can't smack your kids have took the piss.
I think that's a fact.
Yeah.
I think that's a fact.
100%.
Because
100%.
now what they did is they actually gave the power to the children.
That's right.
They actually took the power away from parents. But the reason why I think they took it away was because of the abuse.
There was a lot of abuse, unnecessary abuse.
Yeah.
It was.
That some parents, because we've also got to remember the stress of going to work, the stress of being undermined, especially for a male, a black male at that. And he would only become dominant once he's within the household and he's ruling the roost. Mm-hmm. And nobody can tell him nothing.
And also, there's no instructions on being a parent. So there's no hard and fast rule about how parents. There's lots of rules about everything else, but when you get a child, it's suddenly down to you and what you know.
Is that really true though? When you stop and think about the extended family, that means that people ain't listening. The extended family, the mother, the grandmother, the great grandmother.
Yeah, sorry, it's down to you based on the knowledge that you've given, the experiences that you've had, because I know that some of my siblings raised their children totally different to how we were raised and how I raised my child. And that's choice.
Well, mine was different because at the end, I don't feel ashamed to say it. I reckon if I didn't run away from home at the time and go into a children's home, I reckon I possibly would have been dead now because me and my brothers used to always get beatings.
Yeah.
And that's why we were put into care. And that was because my mum obviously had a lot of pressure from my stepdad and she took it out on us and basically it was bad. So we had to get out. So, and that's a lot of stories. That's not just mine. There's a lot of kids that go through that type of living. Do you understand
for me, I hear what you're saying, Peter. I'm not even going to use the word empathize, but I hear what you're saying. I mean, I was brought up in a single mother bringing up 4 children, and just to keep control, it was a case of the licks would come out. If one person did, I remember once I phoned up the police and told them there was a bomb in the police station, right? And and at the time, I didn't realize I didn't put the phone back down properly, and they traced the call.
You're joking.
Oh, what happened?
Mum lined us all up, and she took out the dog lead, and she got us to open our hand.
Oh yeah, that used to sting. Yeah.
Right. But it was her way of showing them that she was in control.
Yeah.
And for them, it was to see that we got disciplined for that. I think there's a harsher word for it. I wouldn't even use the word discipline really, but there was a consequence for that, and that it was being dished out, and therefore they needed to take it no further. I.e., social services was not involved, because being a single parent mother leaving 4 children at home by themselves with a phone. Social services could have come in and just taken us out. So she wanted to be seen to be doing good parenting.
Our phone was locked up.
Like the food, innit?
The food and the phone did lock up. So we couldn't go in the front room to pick up the phone to call anybody.
Couldn't you tap it?
The front room did lock up.
Yeah.
Lock up. Mommy and daddy lock you up.
Couldn't you barge the door?
So Shuey, did you ever get licks as a child?
Yeah, I remember one time, which I remember quite well. I think I was about
24.
Happened last week. No, it was. I think I was about 11. I think I was in junior school, so I was probably about 8 or 9. Yeah. And the reason I got beaten because I lived literally 30 seconds across the road from a school, and it was like 6 weeks holiday, and I decided to break in the school and nick their pens. Break in a class and nick pens and pencils. Stupid. That's the one time I can remember get beaten. And this girl lived around the corner to me, screwed up on me. I think she told my dad actually, or told someone, got to my dad anyway, and I got a beating for that with leather belt. That's the one time I can remember. But apart from that, no beatings for me. But that's the one time.
So hold on there. You get beaten with the belt.
Yeah.
So did it teach you a lesson, or did it not?
Must have
teach
taught me a
you a
lesson. I didn't get beaten. Must have done. I didn't get beaten after that. So it must have taught me a good lesson.
You was clever.
This was like 40 years ago. We're talking about 40 years ago now. I was about 11. 40 plus years ago. So, yeah, man. It was a leather belt, brown belt. I remember it. Thick.
Carl Bassett said he used to tap the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man.
He did. There's a few of us who used to tap the phone.
Tap the phone, man. Yeah. Yeah, man.
When I get Charles, we tap the phone, but maybe Charles wasn't all the time because the front door was always locked up.
Yeah, well, you lot were. So, like I said, like, all the food. God damn it, man. Empress Music Live says, I hit my son once for swearing, and all 3 of my children got put on social services at risk register.
Wow.
Very
Very
that's what I'm saying. That's how deep it can go. But I think as black people, when it comes to beating, we've always been dealt a set of beating, and we carried it through. We've actually carried it through, but you can lose your emotions. That's one of the issues that I find.
Yeah, but because of that law that they say now, it stopped a lot of people from doing it. But I think they secretly do it.
No, you just got to tweak them underneath the armpit, innit? Just squeeze them.
Or step on their foot.
Them. Underneath the armpit, man.
Step on their foot.
That's cool.
Step on whose foot?
Step on their foot.
Yeah.
What about you, countryman? Did you ever get caught?
They need to look at that law again, because that law not working for the youngsters. So that legislation need to be looked at again.
Big time.
Of course, parents can give a little slap here and there. It works.
So what about yourself, countryman? As a child growing up, countryman, did you ever get disciplined?
You got nothing.
After
You got the coat hanger.
I want to tell you a story. One time.
We can't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, one time, we did get knocked over, running across the road. The car licked me, and I rolled off of the car.
Wow.
Remember, I was indestructible. Rolled off the car, run inside the classroom, and then somehow it get back to my mother. I mean, get a beating fight. I mean, get knocked over.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. So you came in injured and you got beaten for it.
No, but I wasn't injured. I just managed to because I never want nobody to know. So I'm going to get knocked over and Hartford called their turn of that. But then somehow we get back. I get a rock stone beating, you see. For not telling. I don't know if you're not telling, I'll become and get knocked over. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to get beat because the car could have killed you.
Car could have killed me.
What if you dead? If you dead, that's the way I get. I get another beating on top of that.
Natural Mystic says, if you got licks as a child... Oh, no, that was a question. Sorry. Paul Walsh, we got the ruler, the slipper, and the cane at school. Did Rudi get the cane? Did he get the cane, Rud?
Plenty of times.
Okay.
I got the cane.
I
snapped around his face, mate.
The lesson learnt was don't get caught. That's from Paul. Natural Mystic again. Oh, no, forget that. Astrid, it wasn't it wasn't wait until your dad get home. It was wait until your mum gets home. Actually, wow. Natural, thank you for delving into this topic, especially during lockdown. A lot of parents struggling with their children.
Yeah,
Tina,
definitely.
yes, I got a beating as a child. My dad beat me one day, and I was unconscious, for the whole day. So my dad never beat me again. Wow. Okay. Natural. I saw a child box his mother for not buying a toy.
Yep.
Wow. Silver, big up Silver, Kingman. Good night, panel, and all the participants. Okay, jumping jacks. It's using words, beat and hit. They are powerful words. They have different meaning now, and I remember swearing at my dad. I still can feel that belt licking me in my back now. Was never beat again. Tina, the belt was always used. Empress, I hit my son once for swearing, and all the 3 of my children got put in social services. We had that Rudi read it earlier. Kingman, our parents were beaten, and I suppose that's all they knew as discipline in our time.
All right.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gents. Remember, we need 2 more questions. 2 and 2 make 4. We have 2 already, so I need 2 more questions. Okay. Your child. Thank you very much, Shui, for that.
You're welcome, countryman.
Yep, thank you very much. Keep up the good work. And if I was your
patronizing bastard.
Okay, anyway, your child confides in you that for some time they feel that they were born in the wrong body and wishes to undergo gender reassignment. How do you react? Hang on a minute. Julie.
In shock.
In shock, okay? Rudi.
How would I react?
Would ask him how him or she know.
In frustration.
How him know.
1 second, sir.
Wait, please, Devon, sorry.
In frustration.
Say again, Rudi.
I'll be a bit frustrated. Confusion.
Peter.
Don't know how to handle it.
Don't know. Should we?
I'll be upset for sure.
Upset? Me would have probably got shocked as well to rot it. So, I started off with Julie. Shock as in, elaborate, please.
Just because the natural state of the body would be like that whole thing about the mind. So that the two to me would not be in sync. So I'd just be in shock that they weren't in sync.
So, if you'd have telepathic powers now, you'd have tell me.
I've probably wrong before. Yeah.
Rudi, elaborate, please. You said confused. Is it you confused?
I'll be confused because physically I'll be looking at either a female or a male, and straight away my assumption is that all your organs should be dictating that the emotions that you should be feeling is one of either a male or a female. So for me to now, I mean, with all that we've learned and that we've seen that's going on, we know that it's out there. But my initial thing is nature is male, female, whether it be animals, whether it be plants, whether it be insects, there's always male and there's always female. So to know that my child now is coming to me and asking me if they can have a gender reassignment, the ultimate decision will be theirs because that's their life. And I have no control over their life. But I would be I'll be lost.
So in
personally.
terms of sorry to interject. So in terms of freedom life, you would support the gender reassignment.
To be honest with you, it's a hard one.
But you did say it's freedom
life.
So
no, I know what I said. I said it's yeah. I said I've got no control over their life. You're asking me now. am I going to be happy, and am I going to go with that decision?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm more inclined to go with them because they're going the whole hog, as opposed to me watching my son or my daughter just be outright greedy, in the sense of wanting both sexes, or in the sense of wanting to maintain the sexuality that they have and go with the same sex person. Because they're saying, I'm actually a woman. He is saying he's actually a woman, or she's saying she's actually a man. 100%, that's how they feel. And they are saying, I need to change my body to adjust to what's going on in my mind.
Okay, Peter.
I don't know how to handle it. I'd have to handle it in the end, but I wouldn't know how to handle it. I would say to myself, what has possessed my son to want to go down that road? But I think anything can happen now because, you know, like it or love it, we've got aliens that living amongst us anyway. So, you know, I don't know what's happened, but I would feel that something has touched him, because it wouldn't be a natural thing, especially I can say from my son would want to do. So it would be something that I wouldn't be able to understand. But the way society and everything's going now,
that's right.
Anything's happened, and
Anything
I don't
goes.
care. I don't care what anyone says. In amongst us now, aliens live us. I don't care, because from when you were born to what things are going on now, we used to watch all this on TV, and it is actually reality.
Yeah, but you're saying aliens. You're saying aliens are amongst us.
Aliens are amongst us.
Have you got foil underneath the hat on your head? Have you got foil underneath there? Just checking.
I'm telling you. You laugh.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna question that, whether or not about that there are aliens or that out there or not. I would wait 1 second. I would go so far as to say, with all the indoctrination that has gone on, and with all the laws that have been passed in order to allow homosexuality and lesbianism to coexist alongside heterosexuals, that a child could be easily swayed.
Put it this way, right? Let's be real, yeah? If you're gay or you're a lesbian or whatever, I ain't got nothing against that. That's what. But if you ask me, would I prefer you not to be? Then yes, because I know about how I was brought up and what I believe. But when you can go to school and now part of the lesson is to tell the little babies that are born that if you fancy this young girl here, it's accepted.
Right. Yeah.
No, it's not accepted.
No.
Not with me anyway. And not with my spring. No. So that would be different for my son to come and tell me that. But don't forget, you're asking my opinion. So anyone gets excited and say, "What Peter Terry says?" No, my opinion. I'm allowed my opinion. But what's going on?
Opinion, P?
What's going on around us now, as our show is called, anything goes.
Yeah, I mean they've also got female and male toilets in certain schools where it's just one toilet. They don't differentiate. It's got so far to the point where even the language is being questioned, that you don't use the word male or female.
There you go. And then as we're talking, you got to be careful what you say.
Non-binary, isn't it?
Whatever you say, did you know you were talking about, you know, at the end, it's my view.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, you doctor? What are your thoughts?
It's my view.
What are your thoughts, you doctor?
First, I'll say I won't be happy, yeah? But you know what? When I'm thinking about this, I would have to just support my son and my daughter. I'd have to. You know what I mean? I'd have to. I can't just... I won't be happy. We're far from happy. In fact, I'll be fuming. But it's my flesh and blood, so I'd have to just be with him.
Support.
I have to.
Counseling, support, etc.
Yeah.
The Empress says, book a series of counseling sessions.
You know, I think if it was me, I think my parents would support me. I believe that, and I would hopefully I'll do the same. You know, so It's hard though. It's a hard one though. It's not nice
Yeah,
at
but
all.
Shu, you just said that you wouldn't accept it, but you would accept the situation.
I couldn't accept it
with your child. So that's what we're talking about. What's right and what's wrong.
I couldn't
No, we're
accept
not
it.
talking about what's right or what's wrong. I think that's where you can't make it that black or white. I don't think it's fit to make it.
No, it's not like that. No, I'm not saying.
But then But then what are your thoughts, countryman?
You know what? The way it go now,
Your stamina.
The way it run now, you have to go support. Go counseling session, sit down, reason talk until you fed up. You can't reason and talk no more. And then if I saw, you still have to support.
Yeah, but counselling. What is counselling gonna do? What persuade your mind?
So what are you gonna do? So what are you gonna do? You're gonna kill a child then?
No, you're getting it wrong. You're asking my opinion. Yeah.
Don't get upset, mate.
I'm telling you, it's the situation. People got to understand. Let's go on another angle. We're talking about the vaccine. I'm not taking the vaccine.
No, but let's stick to.
No, but it's the same thing,
no,
Rudi.
it's not the same
because
thing. Because
society is making you. The government are making you. They're making you. So when you go to school, and my little 5-year-old, my little grandgirls now are going to go to school, they're going to teach them now it's right for them to have a relationship with a female. It should be a thing they bump into and then they get to know. And if they decide they go that way, they go that way. Why does it have to be taught to you in schools as a baby?
Well, I don't
because it's classed as normal.
Wait, hold on, Peter.
It's normal.
Peter. I don't disagree with you in principle. Okay. But if we're going to accept that homosexuality and lesbianism is out there, right? Then at what point we have to ask ourselves, does this discussion take place with children?
No. Listen. I have nothing against gays, lesbians. We've worked with them guys, girls, whatever. That's what they want to be. Yeah, but at school, when you go to school, little babies, I don't think it's right to. They bump into that. People end up finding out they are that. You don't get a lesson to tell you can be A or you can be B.
Right. This is why I think that you're straying, and I'll explain why. The question was your child confides in you that they feel they were born in the wrong body.
That's right.
Your child is confiding in you now.
That's right.
Guys, yeah? I think
it's the same thing.
One second, one at a time, please.
Devon talk.
Sorry. Devon,
sorry. Yes, exactly. I think, though, for your child to come and say that, there's going to be a lot of steps. You have to look into yourself, maybe you're your wife or your partner, whoever, have to look into yourself. Have we made some mistake here? Is there something we overlooked? And now you have to go deeply now, have some deep reasoning with that child to see where that come from. Okay, there are a lot of things stem from, as Peter said earlier on, in school, that will be taught in school, social media, blasé, so they'll get a lot from that. But with a situation like that where you're not going to be comfortable with, because I wouldn't be comfortable with it, I would have to search deep with that child, even more than what a counselor would have done, because I would know even more than a counselor. So I would have to search deep with that child to see where we went wrong, what went wrong, and to see if we can get support, get professional help with it. But you as a parent have to make that initial step.
Okay, let me share a prime example.
Sorry, Peter. Yeah, you were saying, Julie.
If there was something that did go wrong, you're actually saying that you were to blame. So it just might be how the child is thinking. So for me, the initial statement was that their physical being, the biological sense of their being, is not in sync with where their mind is at. And so if somebody was to go for gender reassignment, regardless of age, they have counselling, because they do need to unpack that.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree with that. But you as a parent have to get involved deeply with that, with the support of a professional. But you have to get deeply, because that is something that you're not comfortable with. It's a shock to you.
Yeah.
It's not always that you are wrong, it's how the child is thinking.
Oh, yeah.
We've got lots of comments come through, guys. As a mum, you already know. So I would take them for counselling so we both know how to deal with it. That's coming from Jackie. I'm natural mystic. My granny would beat me and with the Bible till me fix up. I'm not too sure if that was, I'm sure that was for this one here. Peter, I'm with you, bro. That's coming from Natural. Natural again, Shui, you would be a pretty princess. Empress Music Live. We are being told not to use the labels he or she.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. Jackie B, not counselling. They are not crazy. Paul Walsh, I want what is best for my child. A long talk. Claire Tong, calm down. Calm down, Peter. Natural mystic. It's all about nature versus nurture. They are very much entwined. No boundaries, too many blurred lines. We're expected to tolerate and not voice our opinion. Simone, we need to recognize that children know their own feelings, whether we accept or not. Exploring with the child their understanding of how they feel in terms of their gender. Jackie, only today my 10-year-old said there is only two people, boy or girl, not one gender. That's what a 10-year-old said today.
I can't stand.
See? Do you see?
That's
because that's molded.
Wait, hold on. Let's not go backwards, please.
Here we go.
Okay. All right. We're still looking question from public. So please, chat room. We want a question, please, before we cut off to them. Okay. What living singer would you like to do a duet with, if you can sing? And what song would it be, and why? Julie!
Method Man. You're all I need to get by.
What's here, my God? Method Man.
You're all I need.
Why?
To get by.
Why?
That one. Is that the tune?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
On Method Man, it's a big why not. That'll do it for me. No other reason.
Woo!
I'd be singing.
Peter.
Wait. To be real, I'd say it'd mostly be, I think because he's such an amazing singer.
Who? Sorry, who?
I'd say Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Because he's Happy Birthday.
Okay. Why?
Because Stevie Wonder, I think, for being born blind and what he's achieved is just an amazing thing. But you're asking about someone that's alive, and he's still going very strong, and he's still one of the top singers out there. He's like one of the main names of all the singers. No matter who's out there, no one realistically. Obviously, it was between a Michael Jackson and all that, but Stevie Wonder is still top of the list. So
okay, thanks for your input there. So, Devon. Devon.
He's thinking of a singer.
He must be thinking of one, isn't it? He is thinking of one, isn't it?
He's thinking of a singer. He don't even know what the song's called.
You don't even know what the question is.
Devon.
All right, we'll come back to Devon in a minute.
Devon, can you hear us?
Sorry, Shui?
Well, it'd have to be. I'm thinking of the song first, yeah. Then I'm thinking of the artist. The song would have to be "Things in Life," which is my favourite song by Dennis Brown. And it'd have to be a current singer, so I'd probably go for somebody like a Taurus Riley or someone like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And why?
Well, a current singer that I like, and my favourite song. But my favourite song is by a singer who's passed away. So I have to go for a current singer. So, yeah.
Rudy?
Diana Ross, Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
I can imagine you singing it, Mahmood.
Of course.
With a skirt on.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
To see what's touched Rudy, innit?
It was like watching her grow up from Motown. Do you know what I mean? With who's the three degrees?
3 degrees.
Do you know what I mean? It was glamour. It was sex appeal. It was everything. Do you know what I mean? And it was like you.
Diana Ross and the Supremes.
I'm like, oh, I'll cheer them. I'm like, you know what, darling? You could be my godmother. Be my godmother.
Let's try and get Devon back. Whiskey Charlotte, Devon, can you hear us copy that? Devon.
Like he's still thinking, innit?
Devon, are you there?
Devon.
I can feel it. We're cracking up in her.
Yeah, you are cracking up.
Did you hear the question, Dev?
Devon, go back out and come back in again.
Where's Devon? In Jamaica? Is he in Jamaica?
Rudy.
Yeah.
Is he in Jamaica, Rudy?
Nah.
Before escape.
Nah. In London. Anyway, I think mine would be Patti LaBelle, to be quite honest.
Patti LaBelle.
Wow. The song?
If Only You Knew.
Wow.
If only you'd know.
That's a song.
Shit he says.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? It remind me of somebody.
Why, who does it remind you of? Who does it
Remind me of somebody.
When your ex-girlfriend did.
Me never say that, you know. Me say remind me of somebody.
Yeah, but we asked you just. What we asked you is who does it remind you of?
And
Yeah.
I'll take
Who
the
does
Fifth
it remind you
Amendment.
of?
Remind me of somebody.
Who?
Fifth Amendment.
X?
The Fifth Amendment.
The Fifth Amendment.
Whatever that means.
I don't even reckon you know what it means, bro.
He
Not
says
to
it
just say it
reminds him
because
of bullshit.
Donald
That's
Trump
what-
said it, innit?
Yeah, but you're not Donald Trump, though, are you? So,
no.
Devon, are you back? Can you hear us?
Devon's gone, man.
Devon gone back to Jamaica.
Hear it now. Yeah,
Oh, you can hear us now.
I can hear it now.
So
Excellent.
Devon, did you get the question?
I can hear
Devon, did you get
question.
the question I was saying?
Sign
Oh,
language
no.
as well.
No question.
Rudy, could you put the question back up, please?
Which iconic singer would you sing with, past or present, would
No,
you do
living.
a duet with? What singer would you do a duet with?
Oh, the singer. Oh, the singer one, past or present.
Yes.
Okay, past or present. I would say
Present.
it got to be Marley.
Bob
Present.
Marley.
Present.
Past has got to be Bob
What
Marley.
song? What song?
The abundance of water.
Oh, big one.
Present.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom.
But he did ask for what living singer, Pete.
Yeah, but
Lionel
Shuey
Richie.
said Dennis
Diesel Lights
Brown
on
in
the
Sandy
morning.
Parts.
No, so I was singing Dennis Brown's song, but sing it with Charles Wright.
Yeah.
He was living. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Devon, I didn't hear a word.
He said, would you like
one?
with?
He
Would
said
you like
Bob
to
Marley.
sing? Yeah,
What was the song again?
Lionel Richie. Diesel Lights on the morning.
Lionel Richie. Wow.
Because that made me relax.
Lionel Richie got a face like a horse, man.
You didn't ask for the face.
I mean, that
Wow.
deserves something, you know. Kick out your blow. So,
All right, you hearing me, guys?
Yeah, we could just about hear you.
we
I'm
can hear you,
struggling.
Devon. Turn your mic.
Do about
Turn
4,
your mic
Chewy.
up.
Do about 4,
Right,
Chewy.
guys. There's only a few here. Natural, Any Tune by Chronics, The Supremes, Sharon Spice, Big Tune Countryman, Natural, Countryman should have said Dolly Parton. or typical Jamaican choice, Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. Oh.
I thought about it.
And Jumping Jacks, Luther Vandross, never too much.
Luther's dead.
That's what I know.
Kick out your
Yeah,
ball.
living singer.
Okay. As ladies and gentlemen, somebody get red flag. I don't know who get red flag.
You know, would you be living this place?
It's a red flag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, what are you give me red flag?
Rudy, get it.
Wait no.
Kick out your ball. Rudy, do you know it's the end of the month, bruv? It looks like you're up for... Rude, it's the end of the month, you know, bro.
Do you know the question? You know the
Rudy
question?
gone.
Country, remember the question?
Gone.
Oi, do you know
Flip
Rudy's...
gone.
Hey,
Flip the question up, Rude.
oh, you know Rudy's
Here we
up
go.
for
Okay.
a fourth.
All right,
There you go.
Peter. Time. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. As we get older, would you be living your life gracefully or disgracefully? Julie, talk the truth and shame the devil.
Both.
Both. Peter.
Both.
What you mean? Have we done good and bad? Is that what you mean?
No. It's as you get older,
Yeah.
would you live your life gracefully or disgracefully?
I'll say both as well.
Devon. God. Devon, can you hear us, Devon? Would you live your life gracefully or disgracefully? Devon, can you hear us? No, you can't. Shui.
Does that mean now?
Devon's woke up.
I would like to say gracefully, but I think it'd be a bit of both. I think.
Shui, wait. Let's go
Go
to
back to-
Devon first.
Yeah.
And Devon, they're on a long delay.
Dev gone.
No, well, if you can hear me, guys, if the answer, if we're getting older in the life, gracefully or disgracefully, I would have said gracefully because gracefully, I have to set
No, you
standard
got to
and be
answer
the
that
model.
line, Devon. You just got to
Standard.
say gracefully, disgracefully, and your answer will come up in a minute. So it goes on to Shui now. Go on, Shui.
Right.
I say a bit of both.
Gracefully.
Devon says
Devon
gracefully.
said
Gracefully.
gracefully. Devon said gracefully.
So what's yours, Shui?
Bit of both. Gracefully during the week, disgracefully at the weekends. No, I'm joking.
Define the word. No, shut up.
How about you?
I would tend to agree with everybody. Well, agree with Julie and Shui. To date, when I run the two of them same time. Rudy?
I'm living it disgracefully. Rig you lot, man. I've lived gracefully all my goddamn life. You know what I mean? As I get older, I don't need to hold back no more. And I want to have stories. I want to have stories when I'm gonna go up to heaven and talk to Una about how you lot did live gracefully. Me I got have stories. You know, I have nothing to tell.
So all you know say we all you know say you going to heaven. All you know say we are going to heaven to ourselves.
You not got heaven. You not
You know
go. You not go. You not go.
You are using telepathic talk to tell me so we not going to
you
heaven.
round and
No, he's
tell you
going
back
hell of him.
Thanks. Julie, Juice, define both of them, please.
Define.
Yeah, you said
it just
both of them.
depends on the day, the mood, what I'm supposed to be doing. Because there's some things I do definitely disgracefully.
Like what?
Wait,
Yeah,
don't
that's
answer him.
disgraceful,
When you
yeah.
ask him who that person was, yeah, that and the singer, he don't want to tell you. But yet, for you want to ask people to delve a little bit further. Come on, man. If you're gonna ask, you have to give.
That's my disgraceful bit. That's my disgraceful bit.
You have to give.
That's my disgraceful bit. Go on, Julie. Sorry.
It just depends. So there's, and I mean sometimes, like she might say, alcohol might have a play in that, particularly at the weekend, and then other times it's just mind. I just think, I ain't got no time for that. Let's do it.
Let's do what?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's the disgraceful part of it. I'm not going to share that with you.
Oh, sorry.
But the graceful thing is, as Peter said, I'm a lady. So sometimes.
Something can't draw mature. Wow, interesting. Rudi? No, I've had you already. Sorry, Rudi. Break it down now. Here's hard task now. Devon. No. Devon?
Yeah.
Right, guys. Astrid, I would join Rudi. Live disgracefully. Natural. Maybe turrets would be okay when I'm older. Just not a poo thrower in the not a poo thrower in the care home. So a bit of both. Jackie Sinclair. Disgracefully. Paul Walsh. I'm going to be a senile delinquent. Natural. Gracefully in public. Disgracefully in all other rooms. And Sandra Spice, Sharon Spice. I know, that's very much the last one. So there you go. That's it.
Okay. I think we'll hit the last question on this one, country.
Do that, boss. Okay. Rockstone. I want that Tricky and Sticky and Mickey in the middle of the night. I know what some of them would have done.
Shuey's done this enough times, isn't she? When he's coming back after he's drinking his brandy.
I Rudi has because he's a leading disgraceful life. But anyway, in the middle of the night, you run over the neighbor cat. What would you do?
What color is it?
Let me start with Devon first. Devon.
What color
you run
is
over
it?
the neighbor cat.
What color is it?
What color is what?
The cat.
It's a
Same
black
color
cat.
as you.
It's a black
Same
cat.
color as you, Peter.
Well, I don't really want to know if it's a neighbor's cat or whose cat. I would look left and look right. And if I don't see anybody, I just go straight into my house. I'll look at it the next morning because there's no more I can do. Because I'm going to be in trouble anyhow.
Pete, sorry, Shuey?
You know what? If I run over a neighbour's cat, I'm going to tell him I run over the cat.
Oh, shut up.
No, I'm going to tell him. You know why?
All right. Okay.
Is it, leave it there?
We'll come back to that in a minute.
Oh, shut up.
Julie.
Shut up.
I would agree with Shuey. I would tell the neighbour.
Rudi?
I would scrape up the cat and bring him round for you so you got something to eat.
I don't take serious thing, man. Me?
Yeah, I'll take him to the Chinese.
You see, that's how I hold up.
That's
cruelty, Shuey. That's cruelty. Take it to the Chinese.
You notice one thing, yeah? We all say, we're going to do this and do that with the cat. Care the cat, there's a tell the neighbor. But not what I want to say, we're going to check on a car. Because that's what me would do first, check my car. Check my car, all right. That is more important.
Charge them for the dents.
And then look at the cat and say, sure, go to my yard, you go sit down. Because I ain't sleep, I not get no sleep over, right? That's a me person, I don't know about anybody else. Shuey, neighbor, why?
You know what? No, you know what? I know, especially our English friends are very particular when it comes to their pets. Yeah? Because even the guy who works with me, I had to rush into work last week Wednesday because his cat wasn't well. So, why are you laughing, Peter? It was my day off and I had to rush to work because his pet wasn't well.
Because I went into Shuey's shop and he told me and I thought, what the fuck?
So you know what? I would have to tell the neighbour. I'd have to front it and tell him, I'm sorry, I've run over your cat, I've killed your cat. Because what are they going to do? They can't kill me, can they?
He ain't going to want to work for you no more.
You know what I mean? They can't kill me.
No.
So, I'll tell them. I feel better telling them straight up, I've killed your cat. And then ask them for money for scratches in my car.
Julie, break it down.
No, I wouldn't ask for scratches, but I just think in agreement with Shuey that some people are very attached to their pets. So, yeah, I wouldn't have it on my contents. And I know I'd make them feel bad about it, but yeah, I couldn't live with that, so I tell them.
Rudy?
I told you what I'm doing. I'm serious. I'm taking it to Captain Caveman. You have something to eat that night then, may I tell you? You know what I mean?
And Rudy, can I just emphasize, I don't eat meat.
Yeah, you eat puss, innit?
You eat
puss, innit?
No, I don't love
Tell me say you don't eat puss. Tell me say you don't eat puss.
I don't eat meat.
Take out your teeth. Go on.
You nyam puss. You nyam puss about you don't eat meat.
I don't eat meat. Peter, finish off, please.
Basically, if it's a black cat, then I'd have to tell the neighbour.
Define the word black.
Because you get 7 bad luck.
Don't you understand the word black? Did somebody
black? It's got to be
what
pure
black is?
black. Because black cats, you get 7 years bad luck anyway for just crossing near it. Yeah. If a black cat rushes, it's superstitious, whatever you want to.
Randy, you're bad. Randy, you're bad.
If the cat run across you, you get 7 years bad luck.
Yes, bad
but
luck.
the cat never run across you.
You're not listening.
Stopped it.
You're not listening. But then, if it's a black cat, I would tell. But if it's not a black cat, nah, I can't bother.
But cat a cat.
Nah. You need to look into black cats, my friend. Black cats.
So hold on there. So because the cat is black.
Yeah, yes.
So if it's a white cat,
pure black.
No,
nothing. Don't matter.
But cat a cat.
Is it really?
The same cat, Peter.
Okay.
You watch too much television.
No, mate.
You are?
No, mate.
Devon.
Devon said already what you do. You go home.
Huh?
Yeah. Look left, look right. Yeah.
Make
look
sure
left,
no one
look
saw
right.
him.
If I don't see anybody, I go straight home.
Why
Tell it straight, innit? Tell it straight. That's the way I do it.
As Peter.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of Anything Goes. It's been a great week. I'll ask the panel, do you want one more question or would you like to bow out now?
Them bowl.
Cream
yeah,
crackers.
Countryman always does a bowl.
Kind of a top board, black cat and white cat.
Shuey wants to go. He wants to do a radio.
I've got my dinner too, I haven't had my dinner yet.
Matter.
Say again?
All cats matter.
Oh, well.
All cats matter. I like that. That's true. That is so true. All I can say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is be careful. The snow is now out there. I don't know how everybody's coping, but some people just haven't coped.
Not very good here. I will see. I wait a bit and see what's happening.
I wouldn't risk moving.
Oh my, no. What is wrong with people?
Oh, fuck.
And that was in Birmingham.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's Peter Chiara.
No, mate.
That was in Birmingham, bro. That was in Birmingham that happened.
You sure?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Birmingham.
Julie, was that Birmingham?
Pass.
Huh?
Okay, I think we've reached the end, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us on Anything Goes podcast once a week on a Wednesday. Tonight's guest, we had Juicy Julie. Thank you for joining us, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. DJ, we had Mr. Peter Terry. Oh, at least give him a round of applause.
Sorry.
Give the brother a round of
I thought you were going to do
applause,
Devon
man.
next, sorry.
No, don't give me a round of
Yeah,
applause.
give the brother a round of applause. Come on, man.
No.
You don't want no round of applause?
Peter.
No, because fuck them. No.
All right, here you rude boy.
Be nice, Peter.
Our special guest tonight was, even though his Wi-Fi weren't working, was Mr. Devon Morgan. Come on, give it up for Devon,
Yeah.
man. Jew Doctor, do you have any words for us this week?
Yes, I have.
The cat.
Guys, we're going through tough times at the moment. Yeah? But remember, tough times don't last, tough people do. So no matter how tough you think life is right now, tough times don't last, tough people do.
Easy. And your final words, countryman.
My final words.
Yes, sir.
Just like where when name Peter said, tough times, tough people, tough cats. Whether it's a black cat or a white cat, he's still a tough cat. Because say people out the road were living by themselves. If you are live by yourself, or you know somebody will live by yourself. Like what should we do? Should we call me 4:30 in the morning to check if you're all right? No, Peter start to take up the mantle.
To fix his computer.
No, Peter start calling me 4:30 in the morning. That's with me.
Shut your mouth. No, I don't call you at 4:30 in the morning.
I have to call like, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know somebody out there who by themselves in a them the time there, call them because mental health. We know what mental health setting. And before you gossip with them, I tell them about who they with who and who are sleepy do. Ask them if them are right first.
That's nice. That's right. That is
ask
really
them
nice.
if them are right. Before you start talk about who dead and Mars so and so catch chlamydia and Peter there with this girl and Shuey there with that girl and Rudi get kicked out and Julie start make cake and
you're talking about your own stuff.
Man not feel lie. Man not feel lie. Stop lying, man. Stop the lying. Stop it. Stop it.
Call. It's your clever means. Call somebody and just ask them, you all right?
That's a proper transformation, isn't it?
Sometimes that little word there, you are right, will make them so raw. So somebody care about me and I care about all of them.
Big words.
Remember to subscribe.
Lovely, man. Lovely words. Lovely words. Devon, would you like to say your final words before we go, my friend? Can you hear us okay? Devon,
I think.
Yeah.
Would you like to say your final words? We're about to close the show.
Oh, good. Sorry, I couldn't hear anything, Rudi. So
okay.
I hope you guys can hear me now. But if you can hear me, all I want to say, terrible time we're living in now. So just want everybody to just stay safe and just stay safe and just keep on staying safe because that's all we can do right now. Yeah. Bless them.
And on those words, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching Anything Goes on a Wednesday night, 10 p.m. until 11. We ran over slightly because we were enjoying ourselves. We've had a great panel tonight. Guys, thank you very much. And hopefully we will see...
You never said Peter. Peter never said goodbye.
Peter did say goodbye.
Oh, sorry.
Peter was the first person I came to.
Oh.
I think you're fine. I'm running the show, bro.
Sorry.
No, that's okay, bro. No worries. You know what I mean? But yeah, thanks for joining us people. And stay safe, as the panel have told you. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah, some of the parents for know what you them are going with, you know. Don't allow your youth them from the street. Take responsibility for the youth them. You know what I'm doing tonight? You know what I'm going tonight?
Denise Francis. Remember what? 3 more questions. Come on, people. 3 more questions.
And I'm waiting for a red flag there.
Rudi, just ignore it, Rudi. Ignore it.
Hold up. You just step out.
Rudi?
Already gone.
Rudi is frozen.
Listen, man, I was born here, yeah? Eastender, born and bred, and you.
I'm good,
Let's have our own conversation. Forget about them lot.
I must say, first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get the notification.
Young people, plenty of money, down in the milk round. Remember the milk round?
Yeah, and the reason being is that, number one, that the way how things are taught is well beneath the standard of your child. So your child's now having to bum itself down.
Red flags, and we don't know who they're for. Heaven is between a woman's legs, as far as I'm concerned.
Come on, Rudi, man.
No,
right there. Like, send them picnic to bed.
Rudi,
and
red card. Remember red card.
Rudi,
let's have a proper show.
Hey, this is Vivian Jones. This your trial and crosses, trial and crosses. You see the trial and crosses, trial and crosses. Jones. If you want someone to mind you.